good to go, Vel? Wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
Last that we left off, our adventurers had fallen into the Shadow Pit, survived a truly tremendous fall that they probably shouldn't have, awoke to a smell of brimstone, dark shadows, and the glow of lava spouting from walls and in a massive underground lake. You met the architect, a strange denizen of this place who offered some assistance for a price. You also found the lost hammer of Pfeifferon Thalamor, an ally who did not fall with you all into this place. The architect led you all back to his abode. He has a kind of a smith and bellows set up, ready to go. And as he began working on his own things, he asked all of you to travel and find a citadel of bone within which the mother of demons, known as Pale Night, is said to reside, and to bring him back a piece of her shroud. Whatever that entails. You were informed that Pale Night is a fickle entity, and on some days she is lucid and interacts with people on a sane basis, while on others she will simply kill anything that comes into her path. I wonder how she will be when you find her. But before we can get to that, we must deal with what is ahead of us. And as you all set out on your journey through the Shadow Pit, you found yourselves accosted by a bunch of strange, small, but ferocious-looking demons with bat or pig, flat, like bat, pig-like faces, but intensely muscled limbs. As they came scrambling down the cliffs towards you. That is where we left off. Drawing your attention to this map, because this is the best map I could find for my purposes. What we're going to be using for surface on this map is pretty much everything in the north western half of it. So from about maybe 3 or 4 squares below where you all are, imagine that is a cliff that kind of runs northeasterly all the way up the map. And then everything up from that is steep in elevation, but not unclimbable. It would be considered difficult terrain to climb. These creatures are coming down at you. And it is quite dark at the moment, except for the little bits of light that you all have access to. So, as we begin this session, I would like everybody to roll initiative.
That dog's sick.
That dog is sick.
7.
Oh, fuck. Them pig bats sick. Interesting.
12.
12 for Alexander,
Is an 11 for Silvery.
11 for Silvery,
Silvery.
19.
19 for
You
Hugo.
put those double digits away.
Rogue, dude.
Bye.
5 for
Bye.
Erwin,
7 for me.
All right. That's not gonna lie, guys. Pretty trash.
Rolled an 8 on the die, so
Fuck
I
you,
mean,
dog.
Thanks, God.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
At the top of initiative, Hugo.
Ah, fuck.
At the moment, the 3 of these creatures that you can see are labeled A, B, and C. They are scuttling down, but you hear more of them in the background on their way down this steep embankment.
Oh, great. Cool. That seems fine. I am going to see them. Do they look, trying to displace what December knows about demons and what Hugo knows about demons.
Mhm.
Do they look like red like demons or imps would, or what I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna launch fire at them or not.
Oh, you can, as Hugo, you can make a Arcana check. I would also allow religion, although you're going to get 2 different answers depending on what you roll.
It's the same thing, but I'm gonna go with Arcana.
Okay.
14.
A 14. Not much is known about the denizens of the Shadow Pit. There's very little research that has been done. Most of what is known that comes from here are corrupted Fae creatures. Demons are almost an entirely new field of study, almost. Very few people come down here, and very few things leave this place. However, with an Arcana check, as you look at these things, these seem to be creatures of shadow and sulfur, not necessarily creatures of fire. And that's just at a glance. You're not seeing anything that's... I mean, they may be used to increased temperatures because they live down here.
That is true. Okay, I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb. And that is, oh geez, what is that? And I'm gonna launch that at the one in front, A.
Mm-hmm.
So oh no, I make an attack. Sorry, first time playing a sorcerer. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 definitely hits.
Okay, cool. And then that's going to be...
You're doing Chromatic Orb Fire for that?
Oh no, did I not say lightning?
Oh, you did. Yeah, lightning.
Okay,
Got it.
lightning damage. So that's 3d8. I rolled a 7 and an 8.
Nice.
That's 15. 21 points of lightning damage.
21 points of lightning damage.
yeah, damn.
How does this chromatic orb manifest itself as you toss it out towards this creature?
It looks just like... It almost looks like he throws a pebble at it, and as it gets closer, it starts to expand, and there is this kind of like whirling electric energy around it, and as soon as it hits that target, it literally just envelops it in lightning, and it's weirdly quiet. Where you think there'd be this like boom and crack, like it just kind of sucks in everything around it.
Yeah. You toss it out, and in the light glow from this lightning as it collides with this creature, you felt how much energy you put into that.
Mhm.
And that that was a tremendous amount of lightning energy. You watch this creature shrug it off, but is still very hurt by what you did. So it didn't do as much damage as you wanted, but the sheer amount of damage that you did still was a lot for this creature. However, in the glow from this lightning, as it crackles around it, you see many more of these things crawling down towards you all.
Oh shit. Okay.
So they don't have a
Right.
lot of health, and there's lots of them.
I would like to move Can I move behind this rock? And
Yep.
can I use my bonus action to hide?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to hit it with lightning, and then I'm going to run the fuck away.
You're allowed
Just
to
rogue
do
things.
Just rogue shit.
that. Wonderful.
That's all I got.
At the end of Hugo's turn, it's the creature's go. So, let's see. Let's see. Oh, actually, let me make sure I've got. Okay, 20. Actually, no. Here. As these things begin to swarm down, only 3 of them get in direct contact with anyone. Let's see here. As these 3 beings run up to Ervin, Silvery, and Alexander, they get up and you're bracing yourselves for attack, but as they do, you see they open their mouths as they're running, and you see this pungent yellow smoke, mist, something begin to emanate from their mouths and swirl around them. It is disgusting to inhale. It goes in about 10 feet, 10-foot radiuses around each of them. And that is what those 3 do on this turn. Whoops.
Kyle,
Yes.
as we have leveled up, my primal interdiction, the area of difficult terrain around me, has increased to 10 feet now. And as an Elder Heart Warden, a creature that moves through my area takes a d4 per 5 feet. So this one here, the B one, would take 2d4. And I do believe the A would as well, right? Because that's...
I think you are correct, yes.
Yeah, so they will each take 2d4 piercing damage. Let me roll that real quick.
Go ahead and roll that.
And now, so the area within 10 feet is difficult terrain for creatures of my choice as well.
Got it.
So for B, that is 4 points of piercing.
Okay.
And for A, that is... what's it called? Ooh, 4 and 1 is 5. 5 points of piercing.
For the for creature A that has run up to Ervin, this foul-smelling, it smells like sulfur. It smells just acrid and nasty. Is not just pouring from its mouth. It is now pouring from a gaping wound in its side that it tore open as it runs through this kind of thorny impediment around Silvery.
Watch your step.
That is the end of the creature's turns. Actually, these ones back here, since they're not going to get to attack anyway, a couple of them are going to dash. So this one's going to do that. This one will go to here.
That's a lot of fucking creatures.
20, 10, 15, 20. As they all come swarming down. At the end of the creature's turns, that is going to bring us to Alexander.
Right. I see. I think I'm going to use. Oh God, I should have studied my sheet. I'm sorry, I forgot what kind of action it is. Okay. I will use my action as Wretch is in an uncharged state, and I will spend a spell slot. And I'm gonna make her a little bit toasty, a little bit roasty fiery,
Got it.
a little bit burny nasty. And then my bonus action, I will just command her to attack. And that's our opening round.
Okay. Wretch takes her turn directly after you, so who is she attacking?
Probably just the one the one nearest, so I guess Jay, it looks like.
Jay, you got it.
Zoom in a bit. Yeah. Make her roll some stuff. She's pretty adept at fighting, but she rolled really bad the first time. Attacks did she get? Just the one? I don't presume a 9 hits.
A 9 does not hit.
That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. I believe she only gets 1 attack. Yeah, nothing says she gets extra ones. So that's her turn.
Got it. Okay. Silvery. It's your
All
go.
right. Free action. I will manifest my vines in the hands, and I will lash out. Jeez, they are swarming. Erdovan, I don't like that one bit. So I am going to step. Oops. Can I not move my token? What the hell?
You should be able to.
Hand-
Make sure
hand
that
tool?
you need hand tool to be off.
There we
I
go.
believe. Yes.
That's okay. There we go. Yeah, I'll step one over to Erdovan then.
Okay.
And this is very good positionally. So, within my area of vines, I will be defending recklessly. So anyone attacking Erdovan or Mill will have disadvantage. Attacks against me will have advantage, however.
Got it.
Cool. And then I will lash out at Demon A.
You got it. Demon A is very hurt.
Good. Plus 8. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 definitely hits.
Alright, so that is for 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points.
Is magical.
Yeah, how does Silvery decimate this creature?
Step over, lash out with the hand. The vine shoots around the neck of the creature, and I yank on it, and the spikes on the vine dig in and sever the head.
Love that.
Then, extra attack, baby. I will lash out at B
Can
as
you
well.
do me actually, I'm
Yep.
sorry. You started your turn within the fetid clouds these things are putting out. Can I have you just make a con save for me?
I would be happy to do that, yes.
Do I also need to do that, Kyle?
Yes, please. And Wretch as well.
Sounds
Oh, that's good. 17 on the die. 25.
Do I also need to do that?
At the beginning of your turn. You succeed, Blake.
Cool. And then a 17 again to hit B
That-
for 9 piercing.
Got it. That demon is also very hurt.
Cool. And that will be my turn.
You got it.
Ervin, Bill, eyes up.
15 for Wretch and an 8 for me.
Okay. Wretch is fine. Alexander, you are considered to be under the poisoned condition until the start of your next turn.
Gotcha.
Or I'm sorry, wait a minute. Any creature that's... Yes. Okay. Then... Yeah, this is just me not being prepared with my monsters. Because you were poisoned technically at the beginning of your turn, Alexander, you could have taken an action or a bonus action on your turn, not both.
Not both. Then I guess it works out that
Wretch didn't hit.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's just canon.
that's all right. But now we're getting into it. I'll remember that and make sure we're getting things taken care of. New creatures I haven't used before. All right. At the end of Silvery's turn, Mil Blyden. You are not currently within the cloud, so you do not have to make the con save. It is your turn.
I was gonna try and see if I can. I had something that would be able to. I don't have lesser restoration on this character, so I cannot fix you, Alexander. I apologize.
He's only poisoned until his next turn.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll be fine for my actual turn.
What I will do though is, can I hit from where I am? With how much taller I am than everybody else?
Like with a spell?
With
like
Ice Knife, yeah.
Yeah, you could aim it. They're technically coming downhill, so they're
Oh,
actually
true.
a little bit above.
Valid. I mean, Ice Knife is what? It's 60 feet.
Oh yeah, you can definitely hit.
Alright. Cool. I will, I just want to see if I can do because I want to see if I can hit all of them, because they're all in the right bubble.
Sure.
I will cast it. I will upcast it. That is a... $24 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay, cool. And that is Ice Knife upcasted is 2d10. No. Okay. It's gonna take 1d10 of exploding damage, of piercing damage, when it explodes.
Yeah, roll the damage of the initial hit first, because that's just for creature I.
9.
9 for him, and that's cold damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the first one is piercing, the second one is cold.
Oh, the explosion is cold. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then...
So the 9, the Ice Knife pierces into this thing's flesh, no problem, doing quite a bit of damage. Now, roll, and then the explosion damage and Ice Knife. Do they have to make saves, or does it just happen to the people that
just
are
happens.
around?
Just happens.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a dex save of 16.
Dex save, and that's for the creature that got hit and the creatures around him. Love that for them. Dex saves. Weirdly, not very dexterous bunch.
The bad pigs aren't dexterous.
That's a 12.
Does not succeed.
That's a natural 20 for
Woo.
which that was a natural 20 for C.
Okay.
Then for D, it's a 17.
Saves.
And for E is a natural 1.
Ha.
Go ahead and roll that explosion damage.
Okay. The explosion was 9 damage, and then the cold damage from the blast is 11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay, so D and C, as they both saved, are not going to take very much damage at all from that. Because it looks like the cold damage isn't doing as much as you would hope. However, I did fail its save. So it's going to take a normal amount of damage. You said it was 11?
Yes.
Okay, so creature eye is decimated by this ice knife that stabs into it and then explodes in cold energy. And then creature E failed with a nat 1. And as such is going to take 16 points of damage as it takes 150% because of a critical fail against magic. It is going to... It is not dead, but it looks badly injured. Is that the end of your turn, Mill? Do you have any movement you want to do?
I'm nice and safe.
You got it. At the end of Mill's turn, Erwin,
Yes.
it's your go. At the start of your turn, go ahead and make a con save for me.
Not the cold. I'm not very good at that. Oh. 22.
That it
Wait a
succeeds.
minute.
You cough as this acrid yellow smoke fills the space around you, but you manage to get a breath of fresh air and just hold your breath as it passes over you. You are not poisoned. Take your turn as normal.
Excellent. I will use my bonus action to use searching power so I can get my hands on search off. That will be a D4.
Quiet Geo is really hot. Fuck.
Relax.
I still have like 15%. I could turn him up. This is so good. Gotchi-gasm.
Oh no.
2 temporary hit points. And
He's doing it more to make it even worse for us.
relax. And you see Erwin kind of did we say they were resistant to fire and lightning?
Haven't tested it yet. Definitely lightning,
Cold
though.
and lightning have been tested so
Oh,
far.
they're probably resistant to this, but
Probably, but
you know what?
let's find out.
Fuck it. Science. You see Erwin's eyes kind of like flicker with sparks as a red bead of flame appears in here. Right here. How do I ping? Can I ping?
I don't think you can ping.
But yeah, it's gonna appear. Do you see my ruler?
No. What people is it between?
Oh, I think it's gonna reach H, B, C, D, E, and F by my rulerness. It seems. Just barely might hit Alexander. It's
Hilarious.
I don't think so. I think it's just at the edge of where Alexander is. Yeah. I'm casting Fireball.
Oh,
Let's go!
wild.
He hit the button!
Click.
Okay. So you are positioning it in such a way as you can hit which letters again?
C, D, B, C, D, E, H. I think.
Oh yeah, like the
Okay.
off to the side here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right
think
up
you
here.
definitely can do that. So I will roll dexterity saves. For B, that's a 19.
DC 17.
For H,
Or, sorry, 16.
it is a 16. For F, it is a 16. For E, it is a 10. For C, it is a 4. And D is a 12.
Roll 8d6, Geo. Roll the brick. Get your brick out and roll them.
Clickety clack.
That's a total of 7. Oh, hold on. I'm rampaging as well, so that's an extra. Let's see.
What I heard was that Erwin goes to the gym, but I don't think that's what Geo said. It's like, yeah, Erwin goes to the gym, so that's an extra 2d4.
So 29 total.
29 total. That's kind of hilarious. So 29 halved for those that succeeded is
15.
15. And halved again because they are in fact resistant to fire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it down to
Wait.
7.
Wankus.
So F, H, and B are each going to take 7 points of damage. B is still destroyed, as is the cloud of vapor around it. H and F both take damage. The other 3, E, C, and D, failed their saves
Blow 'em
and are all destroyed, with even taking half damage from being resistant. So that's boom, boom, boom. Quickly they are taken care of. Alexander, you just see a massive ball of fire erupt in this area and just vaporize the creatures that were swarming down on top of you.
Beautiful.
The viral never escapes me.
Anything else for your turn, Erwin?
Let's see. I'm still sticking. I have temporary hit points. That should be fine, right? Yeah, that's it.
You're being recklessly defended.
Got it.
Silvery will just look at Ervin as she yeets this fireball. Careful with those flames.
Did I do good, Silvery?
Yes, perhaps a little too good. There's like a stray spark I'm just tapping out on my arm.
Just make sure you keep that firepower aimed at the others and not us. Not like pat her head.
All right. Top of initiative, Hugo. That's Hugo.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
I'm gonna figure
You
out a
can
way
do better,
to
Kyle.
make those free speech jail signs work for this. Well,
Change
after
your character's name.
after seeing that and being utterly terrified now, not only of the demons but of also Erwin, I am just going to step out a little bit and I'm just going to shoot a crossbow bolt at G because I will have sneak attack because it is 5 feet. That's all I'm going to do.
Go go ahead and roll to hit.
Yeah, where did my dice go? Nope. Maybe 12?
12 does hit.
Yes. Okay. That's 1d8 plus 3 plus 2d6. It's 19 points of damage. I rolled 2 6s on my sneak attack.
Truly, Hugo, you step out from behind a rock, look around, aim your crossbow and fire, chunk it right through the head, and it just falls. It's just down immediately. Went from untouched to dead immediate.
I'm gonna go back to hiding behind my rock.
Absolutely.
Whoop.
Make a stealth check for me.
Oh right, I forgot to do that last time. Oops. 13? Not great. You go
Noted.
away.
All right. At the end of Hugo's turn, there are 3 of these creatures left. As the 3 of them are still very feral, but much less confident now that their numbers have been knocked down. You see that H and F start kind of grunting and chittering at one another. And as they're trying to decide what to do, they look like they're about to just jump at Erwin. And you hear a sound from further up the cliff. Something else is descending. And you hear a strange and as that sound echoes out, I get to make some rolls for these guys. For H is going to flee immediately. Erwin, you get an attack of opportunity if you wish to take it.
Silvery also does because my vines are a reach weapon.
Yes, you have reach.
So I will take that.
Based in Silvery build.
Oh Jesus, where the fuck did that go?
Wait, hold on.
Does a 15 hit?
Definitely.
For +5, 9 piercing.
9 piercing on H. You do quite a bit of damage to it with that, but it still continues to flee.
I don't know.
I can't hear you, Gio.
I don't have a melee attack, so I don't take it.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
I rolled for F and J, and the 2 of them are just bullheaded. 2
attacks
against Erwin.
Sorry, we hear something coming, but we don't see anything yet.
Not yet. It is still quite dark in this area.
Right.
Let's see. The first
I think those attacks are at disadvantage, right?
Yes,
Because
they
of
are.
the reckless defense.
It doesn't matter. He rolled a 5 on the first one, and then the second attack
Love you, Jacob.
also misses. And then there are 2 attacks that are going to be coming at Alexander. Damn, these guys can't roll for shit. Oh, that's promising. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
19 hits. It jumps at you, Alexander, and it first attempts to bite you, and when it misses, it just rakes its claw down the back of your leg for 6 points of piercing or of slashing damage. That is the creature's go. H dashed and is kind of disappeared into the gloom with 2 HP left.
My XP.
Yeah.
You get back here.
F and J are continuing their attack as you hear more rumbling from above that is beginning to get closer. Where is my terrible thing?
Well, I don't like that you describe it as a terrible thing, to be honest.
Sorry.
Like
God,
a
they're-
terrible thing.
They're so cute. Cute little goats.
Yeah, what the hell?
Isn't that the goat man that trained Achilles? All right.
Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
All right.
Danny DeVito is the most iconic goatman.
Give me just 1 second.
How good is that movie, eh?
Pretty good.
It fucked his name up, so
Yeah,
not all
right.
that great.
Well, they
Yeah, I
couldn't
wonder-
really put in the part of him murdering his whole family because Hera drove him insane. So they decided maybe we don't name him after her.
I mean, I feel like you still could have called him the name and then not put that part in the story.
Now they go together. They have to.
I
And if
don't
Disney
think they're
wasn't a
intrinsic.
coward, they would have
They
made
would
it
have done it.
happen.
I think it would have made a better movie. I agree with you. I think it would have
True.
been far more interesting.
I feel like they could have put that to a really great song, so.
Yeah, I feel like 3 very well sung black women could have made that quite a.
The
Yeah, they could have brought that
muses
to life.
just singing the slaughtering.
Here I go killing again. And this time it's my own family.
That's in
Right.
parentheses.
At the end of these little creatures' turns, as 2 of them attack and 1 of them flees, you're starting to see something climbing down the rocks. You see two strange chimeric creatures, goat-like head and horns on strange humanoid bodies with spiked barb tails out behind them, and the smell that these smaller creatures emanated was foul and acrid like sulfur. The smell that these 2 entities are bringing with them is the stench of death as they approach.
Not great.
And they rolled a 14 in the initiative, so it is actually their turn next.
Woo.
I don't like that your music is Ancient Evil Awakens.
Right?
No, that's just what he listens to fall asleep. It's fine.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys-
my,
That's the sleep playlist, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Bardify, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, Bardify's great. Okay. These guys have quite a bit more movement than the little guys did. And in a strange goat-like manner, both of them leap down the
Oh.
cliff,
Makers.
landing on this rock and landing here. As they land and they are going to make some tail attacks at you guys. That's going to be an attack against Alexander. A 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to take 8 points of piercing damage and 4 points of necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
You.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. God, I keep going to the wrong one.
Dirty 20 for the con save.
A dirty 20 is good. That is a success. Let's see. And just because I like to give you guys a better visual of what it is you're dealing with, we'll put this in the general chat.
If it's not Danny DeVito, I am leaving the call.
Well, it isn't Danny DeVito, but it's something significantly more terrifying.
Foul. Wretched. But also
Why?
very sick.
Yes. Then the okay, let me finish reading the thing here. Yes. So you succeed against the against that, and then there's going to be another attack. This one is going to from up on top of this rock is going to whip the tail out at Erwin
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. With disadvantage, that's a 17 to hit.
I have an 18 AC.
Wow.
Let's go!
The barbed tail lashes out towards you, Erwin, and the plant growth that accompanies Silvery bashes it to the side, not allowing it to make contact. Silvery, in what capacity you are able to understand and communicate with your plant life as it absorbs this blow? This is foul, necrotic things that are happening, and you see like a whole swath of your plant life die as it is hit by this tail.
I think Silvery's view of death is being changed by spending more time with Mill. So I watch that happen, and I am somber, but also filled with determination. Your sacrifice will be remembered.
Don't you say that word until next week. Don't you say that word.
At the end of these creatures' turn, Alexander, it is your go.
All right. I'm not poisoned anymore. That's Pog.
You are not.
I am going
However,
to.
as you start your turn in
Yeah.
the presence of this new entity, I do need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, you got it.
Very awesome, amazing. 16.
That was a success. Take your turn.
Pog. Oh. I don't like how you said that. I am gonna make my first attack against Jay. Am I gonna do that? Yes. And I rolled not terrible this time, which is awesome. 23. Does a 23 hit the little shit, Kyle? The little stinker.
Sorry, I was eating a chip. Forgot I'm muted. Yes, that hits definitely.
It takes 8 points of piercing damage. Wretch will use her reaction, and it takes another 4 points of fire damage.
Even though the fire damage didn't do as much as you wanted, this thing is looking pretty roughed up after that one attack.
Well, it's a good thing I have 2. So I will use my second one to try to stab it again.
A good stabbing.
18?
Definitely hits.
Hog. Very cool. Love to hear it. This one will take... what's my bonus? We'll take 9 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. 2 slices, you eviscerate this thing.
Alright. I will, how much damage that thing do to me? I will command Wretch to, flank with me.
Okay.
And then I will maneuver over, I have to not have the grabby hand. I will maneuver over here. And so she will end up here, I guess, on her turn.
Got it. Will you go ahead and, because Wretch's turn is directly after yours, will you go ahead and make that con save for her as well?
Yes, she rolled really well. Let me pull up her stats, because she doesn't get a bonus to that saving throw. Or at least she doesn't have proficiency in it. It's a 17 though.
A 17 succeeds.
Sweet.
All right. Is that the end of your go, Alexander?
Do you think she can flank and bite him on the ass?
I just always forget how that works for these guys.
I mean, she can use her movement. The only thing I'm really commanding her to do is her action, I suppose, because she can use her movement and her reaction without my command.
Right. Okay. Yeah. If you can move, if you're commanding her to attack, but she's moving of her own accord, absolutely.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make that attack.
Bite her in the butt. Good thing she has advantage, because that was a bad roll. 19.
A 19 does hit.
Bite him on the ass, Wretch. Ooh, nice roll. It tells me what the bonus today. Hold on. Great. So it takes 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage. We'll call that.
Tag team that stuff. Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's my go.
Silvery.
Silvery is going to step here.
Mm-hmm.
Is going to then... Let's try and finish F off first. Lash out with the vines.
Make a con save for me as you start your turn.
This stinky motherfucker.
I think stink is the problem with
8 on the die.
the other
But
one.
I have a +7. Does a 15 pass?
15 passes.
Fuck yas. Cool. I'll lash out then with the vine at F. That's a 15 to hit
15 against F definitely hits.
for 7 piercing.
Okay. Still alive.
I'll try and finish off F. Ooh. Does an 11 hit?
An 11 just hits.
Ooh, baby. So that's 8 more piercing.
Yeah, you eviscerate it.
Beautiful. And then I shall renew the reckless defense.
Okay.
So Irvin and Mill are both being defended.
Got it. Mill, that is your go. Please make a con save for me.
15.
15 succeeds.
Woo. Cool. How is everybody looking currently?
I am almost bloodied.
Okay.
Yeah, focus on
I'm like a
Alexander.
Okay. The rest of you are fine?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to use my mushroom stick. I'm going to center this bubble on this goat man. Oh wait, no, I'm not going to, because he does necrotic damage. This will probably not work against him. Now that I'm thinking about it. It was gonna work against the little guys, but I don't think it's gonna work against the goat man. Yeah, stop it.
Foul-smelling goatman.
And then I will cast Shillelagh on my stick, and I'm gonna bop it real hard.
Go for it.
Yeah. $19.
19 does hit.
Woo! I've already used one charge, but I still have more. So I'm gonna do the D8 first. That's 8 for the first bit of damage from it. And I'm going to now add my necrotic damage. I'm gonna use one of my charges to add 2d10.
Okay.
And that's another 10 damage, and they need to make a Constitution save.
As expected, the necrotic does not do as much as you wished it
I
to.
figured as much.
And you said a con save?
Yeah.
17. Lovely. Anything else for your turn, Mill? Okay. Ervin, it is your turn.
Did they stutter?
At the start of your turn, Ervin, please make a Constitution save for me.
Okay.
You've got this.
I should have activated my symbiotic entity.
16.
Oh well.
A 16 succeeds.
Excellent. Does it seem like Alexander and Wretch has got that handled?
Make a perception check.
Truly no.
6.
6. Yeah, they're probably fine.
They're fine.
Erin kind of just raises her hands and brings it down. And she uses telekinetic force. And this goat man over here must make a strength saving throw.
The one that's closest to you.
Yes.
Would this effect knock it prone?
It does damage and then knocks it prone, yes.
So it does have advantage on this. That is 16.
Just succeeds. Well, nothing happens. It resists.
You send your telekinetic force out towards it as it's standing up on this rock, and you see it like snap its head towards you and brace, and like a goat, its hooves do not allow it to move from this space as it just hunkers down and absorbs the force.
I'm just gonna stay.
Okay. Hugo, it is the top of the round. Please make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I'm such a good con boy. We got this. That's a natural one.
Ooh.
You're gonna go over here now.
Goodbye, Hugo.
Ooh.
It's fine. I have a full 18 hit points. We're good.
Hugo, you are going to take 6 points of necrotic damage from being in the
Uh-huh.
presence of this thing. As you feel that old scar on your face, it feels like it's beginning to open again.
It was never open in the first place. It's not supposed to be open.
I could have healed you.
I sort of forgot.
What was that?
To be fair, I hadn't been hit the whole fight. I sort of forgot.
Chill.
I didn't know your voice could get that high. Well,
And
I was gonna
now
help.
Me neither.
I think.
Well, I was gonna help Alexander, but now I'm angry, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage,
Okay.
and I'm gonna move back a little bit, and I am going to cast Firebolt,
Mhm.
but I am going to use my sorcery point to use my shard to do an extra D if I hit some amount of damage. I can't pronounce the name of that shard. Okay, so I do that, and then we're gonna do that, and I don't have advantage, right?
No.
Okay.
The box says no.
Ooh. 22 to hit.
A 22 does hit.
Okay, so it's gonna do. Oh, it's gonna do 4d10 fire damage. Hold on. What's a d10?
Hmm.
What's up?
Hold on now. What meta magic did you use?
I don't have meta magic because I only have 2 levels of sorcerer, so I have sorcery points. So can I just use my sorcery point?
You can use your sorcery point, that's fine. The extra 2d10 happens on the start of its turn because you catch the creature on
Oh.
fire.
Okay, then I will
With
just
the-
use my regular dice. So that's just 9 points
Nice.
of
Got it.
fire damage.
And then at the start of its next turn, you'll roll those 2d10 again,
Got it.
and it will take some damage
Yeah.
because you have
It is
caught
now
on
on
fire.
It is now on fire.
Fire, though, does not seem to be doing quite as much as you want it to do.
What's supposed to fucking do as much as I want to do, son of a bitch.
How much was it on the 2d10? I'm sorry.
9.
9. Okay, we're gonna have that. All right, but it is on fire. All right.
Hugo does not look good. Just throwing it out
Yeah.
there.
All right. At the end of Hugo's turn, it is the creature's turns.
So now can I roll those 2d10?
You can, yes.
That is an extra 11 points of fire damage.
We'll have that to 6.
Bitch.
And then, as it looks around, this creature looks at Silvery, Ervin, and Mill, and a strange, like, rictus grin comes across this goat-like face as it jumps straight up into the air, avoiding attacks of opportunity.
What a bitch.
And it lands here, next to our dear Mr. Greaves.
I'm just a guy. I'm just a dude. Leave me alone.
He's going
Is
to
that you?
attack with his tail again.
Not the yogurt man.
The yogurt man. Does a 16 hit?
That meets.
That meets.
Meets it, beats it.
Yup.
That's going to be. Oops, hold on. That is going to be 1d12. That's going to be 9 points of piercing damage as the tail barbs bite into you. And then you will also take 1 point of necrotic damage.
I am still conscious.
I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Maybe not for long.
Shit.
Succeed.
Fuck.
Succeed.
6.
6. As these barbs pierce into you, Hugo, you feel something foul creep into your blood.
Always something foul in there. I don't need more shit in there.
Correct. You are poisoned. You are also diseased. As
Fantastic.
this necrotic, these strips of necrotized flesh that were still clinging to this thing's tail are just left in you. This disease just causes you to have the poisoned condition.
Where do I know there's somewhere I can click to add conditions.
It should be on conditions up by your health, I think.
Yeah, it's like between health and armor class. Kinda ish. Well, I guess it depends on how you're.
Oh, there it is. Aha. Got it. So I am poisoned
Holy
and
shit.
diseased.
You
I
are.
didn't know that.
Here, let me.
It's a great-
There is no. You are just poisoned, but that is
Just
what the
poisoned.
disease has done to you. It has poisoned you.
Still conscious.
As this happens and you feel this corruption spread through your body, where the barbs hit you, your skin begins to bubble as boils rise to the surface. Your skin at your scar on your face begins to peel. And you sit there for a moment, kind of reeling, just barely alive, and you start to cough, and you start coughing up flies. Just
Oh god.
it tastes like your very stomach and throat are turning into rotting flesh.
Wow.
That is the end of the first creature's go. The second creature is going to whip its tail, not at Alexander, but at Wretch.
Oh, now you done fucked up.
She's being chilling.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
No.
Killing about to end.
It's
That is-
fine. She's effectively immortal.
16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
8 points of necrotic damage. And Wretch also needs to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Chillin'. She still has 6 hit points. Terrible con save though. 5.
Yes. Wretch is also poisoned, and similar effects begin to pop up. You see, Wretch has become a small fire drake, but even she is coughing, and though the flies are not alive as she coughs them out, they are burnt to a crisp. She is coughing up flies, and you see boils beginning to move her scales around where these barbs pierced into her.
Gross.
This entity, after making its attack, is also going to leap into the air and is going to land. Where is it going to land? It's going to land here, next to Mill. And then creature F is dead. I just didn't get rid of it on the board.
Fuck
That is
yes.
the end of the creature's turn. Alexander, that is your go.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike.
Mm.
I will use my ludicrous movement speed to walk 10 feet forward.
Shit.
Flank this weird goat creature with Mill and attack it. I have
Double flanking.
advantage on the attack, as that's a cool thing we get from flanking. Does I have already rolled a 17 on the die. 24 hits.
Yes.
Yeah. I rolled. Let's see, that's 6 for the weapon attack, so it deals 12 points of piercing damage. It's gonna deal some force damage as well. 8 points of force damage.
Let's go.
I'm gonna use my favored foe on this creature as I strike it for another 1d4. Another 1 damage. I guess that goes to the piercing.
What was the first bit of piercing?
Oh, I rolled max, so it would be 13 total.
13. Got it.
13 total, 8 force damage total.
Got it.
And then Wretch will spit at it for 5 fire damage.
5 fire damage. Reduced to 3. This one is looking pretty roughed up after that.
All right. And my second attack,
Let's go.
probably not do that much. Because I can only do all of that on the first attack.
Yeah.
I did roll a natural 20, though.
Hey.
So we'll at least go double. Oh, shit. Okay. 13 points of piercing damage on the second one.
Hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, that one is looking real bad.
Excellent.
And since my movement doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity, I'm gonna swirl around here so that I'm next to Silvery. And I think Wretch is gonna follow me and try to like hide somewhere up on these rocks because I didn't command her to do anything, and she's pretty fucked up.
Hey, Jacob, I'm about to move right
Yeah.
beside Ervin. So if you want to be maybe yeah,
over
there
here.
you go.
Yeah.
That way I'll be
Preach.
adjacent to everyone. Beautiful.
All right. At the end of Alexander's turn, Silvery.
I will make said movement. And I will lash out with the vines. 22 to hit
Oh,
for
yeah.
max damage, 11 piercing.
How do you want to do this?
Instead of lashing out with a vine, this time the vines grow up this creature's legs, restrain it, and then start to coil up to its face and start to go in through the ears, the mouth, and then I just yank my arms out to the side and they rip the creature apart.
Yeah. You rip it apart, and the foul stink of this creature just spreads across everything. I mean, this creature was alive, but its flesh smells like it's been dead for,
Yeah.
weeks.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, Alexander, can you and Wretch make con saves for me from your turns? as
All right,
well?
because we started our turn. and
You started your turn,
Steve-
Silvery, as well.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
13 for me.
Just succeeds.
Wretch
Natural
got
20.
Yeah. On the tiniest dice you've ever seen.
Wretch got a 17.
Wretch got a 17. That's a pass. No worries. Anything else for Silvery's turn?
Oh yeah. So this one's dead.
This one is Kaputski's.
22
Cool.
for me.
Then I will zip over here and attack this one.
All right.
22 again for 8 piercing.
8 piercing.
And I shall start recklessly defending poor Hugo.
You got it.
Yeah, so Silvery just sinks arms into the ground. Is not really attempting to defend herself, but the vines and plant life start growing around Hugo, offering some protection.
Mill, that's your go. Make a con save for me.
I don't want to.
Do it anyway.
20.
20. You succeed.
Cool. I am gonna move down to the gross guy. And I am gonna use my bonus action to activate my symbiotic entity.
Okay.
Which is gonna give me 16 temp HP. And it's gonna give me another D6 every time I use my melee attack. So I'm gonna bonk him with my shillelagh.
Smack the
Big
boy.
bonk.
23.
That does hit.
11 for the first bonk. Oh wait, that's plus 6. Hold on. 13 for the first bonking. And I will do it again just to give me more damage.
Let's go.
8 plus
You have 2 attacks.
18. 18? No, I was just using my blast charge on my staff.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Understood. How much
so-
more damage was it?
Plus another 18.
Plus another 18 damage?
I rolled 2d10 and I rolled an 8 and a 10.
Let's go. Quick maths.
Okay.
The mushroom just kind of you guys watch as Mill does this really weird like arms spreading dance. Eyes start glowing. The spores start spreading around from him. Little mushrooms grow out of his ears and his hair. And he just fucking whacks this thing.
It's like that meme of the guy that does the little like shimmy dance up to his friend and then just hits him in the nuts.
You swing the staff around, one hit. This thing looks at you and begins to like turn its attention to menace you before the mushrooms begin to spread across it, and you see the light in the glow of its eyes just fade before it
Let's go.
falls.
Well,
off
if I
of the rock.
known the mushrooms were gonna be that useful, I would have done that sooner.
I think when in doubt, you should bring the mushrooms into play.
Are
I think you're right.
deceased.
They just kind of make me a little angry.
Mushrooms
And
make you
that-
angry?
Just the mushrooms from that ability. Are you okay? And I'm gonna
You look-
like walk
you
over
look
to
terrible.
Hugo and like grip his face and just pump some healing magic into him.
I survived with 2 hit points.
Too close for comfort.
That's fine.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on the boy.
Yeah, speak up next time. Bloodied for me is 31 hit points.
So yeah, I only
I think
have
that's your
30
entire hit point pool.
Mine is 35 total, and I started the day with 18, so we're crushing
Take
it.
11 HP.
Woo! We're basically
have-
back.
We have some tankier characters. You were not one of them. You can
Mm-mm.
be more greedy with the heals.
Yeah. The rest of us built
fine.
pretty intense characters.
I'm great, you guys.
We just
Don't
really
worry about it.
needed someone to be the face, and we need you alive to do that.
Mill
Ridiculous.
explains kindly as he heals you.
We need you around. We can't talk to people very well. people make me very angry, and you're watching these little, as he's like holding your face, little like mycelium stretch off of his hands and like attach to your face, and healing magic pulses into your skin.
As soon as you're like, we need people to talk, Hugo opens his mouth, turns, and just throws up flies.
You do, yes. And Mill, you are able to heal the wounds that Hugo has sustained. This disease is persisting, and you just see patches of skin that are still peeling, boils that have erupted where the spines entered Hugo's flesh. And yeah, every so often Hugo has to cough, and these flies just keep coming out. And unfortunately, with the flies comes just a terrible odor of dead flesh.
Me and the little dragon are just vibing.
Yeah, Wretch is not
flies.
doing better.
Oh my. That is quite
At least
pungent.
Resh coughs up ashes.
Yeah.
So burnt corpse.
Silvery, do you have the ability to make him stop smelling like he's dying?
No. I mean... And I'll just manifest a little flower and place it just like on your...
You place the flower, Hugo, you look at it, you cough, and this stench comes out, and the flower just wilts a little bit.
Oh!
That sounds alright. Oh, this is fine. This is par for the course for this week, actually. This is great. Thank you all.
Far, far away, but still up that rise, but still quite a distance, you just hear an echoing noise of...
What are those things?
Nightmare creatures beyond our imagination.
Some kind of demon, it seems. Quite...
Oh yeah, just say it real casual,
Oh.
like.
I think
Oh yeah,
perhaps,
demons! It's like we see those every Tuesday.
I think perhaps we should have this conversation while continuing our travels.
All right, we have a demon queen to go see. That is going to be
True,
great. And
somehow-
it won't go any worse than this.
I'd rather not hang around until more of the locals show up.
They don't seem very friendly.
No.
Yeah, let us. I will help Hugo to his feet and like dust him off, and like I'll like druid craft a like wreath around your neck of like fine smelling plants.
You're just gonna have to keep doing that.
Thanks.
Don't
think.
cough on them.
Yeah, it's not really up to me, but okay.
And we will continue forward. I will also heal Wretch.
Oh.
Cute.
She has a max of 30. She's currently rocking 6.
Woof.
13 hit points for the dragon.
Better.
Much.
All right. As this battlefield quiets and the dark kind of seeps in again, you hear what sounds like more of these strange goat-like creatures. But again, they're calling and perhaps fighting each other, it sounds like, but a fair distance away. But their cries, like terrible guttural goat brays, just echo through this valley that you are within. But you continue along the kind of cliffside trail you had been traveling, and this is a good opportunity for us to take a quick break, get something to drink, take a bath,
Ice cream.
check, get some ice cream, and we'll come back here in about 10 minutes or so. We return. A little bit more healed up. You all continue your trek through this space. A bit of time passes, and eventually those echoing cries of, which presume to be more of those necrotizing goat-like demons fade in the background. But you continue on your journey.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I also have in my notes, with the coin of the architect, she, being Pale Knight, is more likely to listen. Just confirming that we have this coin. Is this
You were given a coin, yes.
correct? Cool. Let's make sure then that Hugo possesses said coin.
Hilarious.
If I don't die by then, yeah.
Yeah. You still have the coin, yes?
What coin?
Hmm?
What coin?
Coin that the architect gave us? Oh no.
And he pulls it out of his pocket. Of course I have it.
Oh.
Oh, don't do that.
I've sustained a lot of head damage, but not that much. Who knows?
I take things too seriously for you to joke like that.
Oh, this will be fun then.
I don't think I believe you.
I have a +10 to deception.
I have advantage on insight. Plus
Right, we
11.
already had this argument.
The only reason I think Ervin is a fucking adult is because I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, well, as long as you still have it, I think that maybe we'll have a chance of pulling this off.
I'd like to point out that Mill does not have advantage, but Mill does have +11.
I have advantage from my feet.
Your foot?
Your feet.
My feet. My empathetic feet.
Your foot.
Oh.
Like Toph, you can sense lies through the earth.
With your feet.
Based.
With your feet!
That's how you're empathetic.
You do not
That's
have.
why you don't-
Oh no, I double my proficiency bonus.
You
for
double
it.
your proficiency.
Expertise.
Yeah, which has
Yeah.
already been done.
Yeah.
So you're.
Yeah.
But you do still have +11 to insight, which is
Insane.
atrocious.
Okay, so I might be able to lie to you.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can make a contested insight against charisma deception check and then have advantage against you if I succeed for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, you have kind of a mini version of the Inquisitive Rogues feature.
Ooh.
Cool.
Alright, cool.
It's fun.
Anyway,
Yeah.
beside the point.
Let's
Let's
keep going.
keep going.
So,
Hugo
is that-
actually has the coin, so we're
I have the coin. So,
As you
so
guys.
what is our plan anyway? We're just gonna walk in and
Oh,
say,
yeah.
hi, can we have your cloak?
walk into what? I'm not exactly sure yet.
A
What
citadel
it is
of
that we're walking
bone
in.
is what he said.
Oh right. How could I forget?
I'm gonna
And then-
just
So-
like place a hand on top of Silvery's head because Milt ridiculously towers over everyone.
It's better than that. It's a citadel of bone lies in the direction of the abyss. Ah yes. What a lovely backdrop.
I was hoping
cool.
that maybe they just had, the good Ayara neighborly energy.
Somehow I don't feel so.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's gonna be a real welcome committee. I actually think we might have just met the welcoming committee.
Crap.
Do we have any sense of like? Can we see said citadel?
At the
Or is it-
moment, no. You guys have been traveling. You were told that it would take like a little over half a day to get where you were trying to go.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been traveling for a few hours now. But at the moment, I mean, with how dark it is, except for when you're around these like lakes or rivers of magma, it's hard to see anything too far in the distance.
Sure.
But that being said, who is leading this group and keeping an eye on the path ahead?
Hopefully someone with dark vision.
Alexander.
Well, Wretch has dark vision.
Okay, that works.
I can
Rich.
also cast light to help Alexander see.
We've had light
No?
up.
Oh, we have? Okay.
Yeah, you did that last time because
Oh, that's right.
somebody else also has goofy human eyes.
Yeah.
Can you
Yo.
imagine?
Furbolgs also can't see in the dark.
True.
They go to cow eyes or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll roll.
Yeah, go ahead and roll survival and perception for me.
Okay. That's a natural 20 for the survival.
Mhm.
go.
The perception is a grand total of 12.
Perception is a total of 12. Alexander, you and Wretch are doing a good job at picking out, like, there are portions of, like, this path that for quite a time resides on the edge of a sort of cliff, and there's a chasm down below you. But eventually that kind of peters out into just a trail through rocky crags and outcroppings, and you and Wretch are doing a great job of picking out what actually is the path that you all were following, which still seems to be heading firmly in the direction the architect had pointed you in. There's a lot of strange noises down here, and every so often you have to, like, make everybody stop and hunker down as something up above in the rocks just moves by. Sometimes you hear many legs, sometimes you hear kind of flapping of leathery wings, sometimes you just hear strange grunts, but nothing that sounds like legs at all. But you are making good time, and you are successfully navigating this place. A few more, like maybe just an hour and a half to 2 hours goes by traveling in this manner, until eventually all of you can see in the distance a pale whitish blue light that is glowing and lighting up an area, maybe another 20 minutes or so before it'll be fully in view, but it is slightly off of the path that you've currently been traveling on.
That doesn't seem like what we're looking for. Pale blue, white light. Not really giving.
What are we looking for?
The Citadel of Bone.
Gonna make a history check.
Well, then again, we are looking for Pale Knight, so. If you're saying something, Kyle, you are muted.
Sorry. Was I asked a question?
Could we roll a history check?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Urban wants to roll history.
Like on the pale blue light, and
Oh yeah.
I read anything more, but
Go ahead and roll roll history, or I would also allow religion in this case.
Let's think again.
oh my god, Aaron's so smart, but can't recall anything. 11.
11. Kind of like what I said for Hugo. Demons and the Shadow Pit are just there's just so little known. So little of this place has been explored. I don't think Erwin would ever have come across the name Pale Knight before in readings, but with an 11, you have come across the name Mother of Demons. And the story, like, what little bits you've read, talk of a creature that can kill or cause madness with a thought, not even needing to speak. But that's about all that you have ever read. And certainly nothing about a Citadel of Bone or Pale Lights. Because once again, people don't come to this place, and those who do rarely leave.
Mm-hmm.
Troubling.
Well, let's keep going.
So we don't think that that is what we're looking for? Very well, let's press on.
Honestly, before I shake my head, does it feel like this place can get more ominous? Do the vibes not feel as rancid as humanly possible, or I guess abyssally possible?
I mean, the vibes are pretty rank.
They are pretty rank.
Yeah.
As are two of your companions.
Yeah.
True.
Let us continue.
All right.
When you said it was slightly off the path that we're taking. Is it like above or below us in any sense, or is it in such a position that like we would be able to kind of check it out as we passed it on our current path?
With that survival check from earlier, I would say that you, with your abilities, there is a rocky outcropping up ahead of you guys that you think you could scale to get a much better view of the area around you.
I mean,
will attempt to do so.
Okay.
yeah.
It doesn't require a check to climb this rocky outcropping. It's just a difficult terrain, so it takes you a little bit longer than, maybe average to get up. But with Wretch's help, you manage to scale to the top. At the top, with that, no perception check needed. This pale light is coming from what look like torches, like sources of light in the distance that are illuminating a tall white structure. Or the tall white walls of a structure is what I should say. It's not like a tower. It's a wide area.
All right, I'm gonna climb back down. That seems pretty indicative. Confirmation doesn't really feel necessary on that one. I want to just point towards the light when I get back down.
So yes.
And then I'm gonna point to like the exposed. Surely there's some portion of jaw and like teeth exposed, and just kind of like taps on the.
Oh yeah.
The teeth. It's probably the teeth, because tapping the bone would be excruciating.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Yeah. And then just points over there at the light.
Very well. Let us see about this then.
All right.
Maybe she's in a hospitable mood.
I'm sure with our luck that will definitely be the case.
How good are you at talking to women?
Fantastic, darling.
I hope it's better than how good you are at talking to us.
Well, maybe she'll be better at talking to people than you are as well.
You have a point.
Small smile on Silvery's face that quickly look at Mill and then Ryan.
There is one downside. If she can see my face, that could be a problem.
Why? You have a fine face.
People don't. Oh wait, no, I have something for that. Never mind. We're gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Never mind.
Why would this mother of demons have a problem with your face?
Oh, it's not her. It's just a thing.
Oh.
You're a funny guy, Mr. Yugo.
You are a terrifying child.
Thank you.
He means that with total respect.
Why did he call him? Why did he call her a child?
I think we should hurry up now.
Onward to a place of bones and death, and things are great.
Yeah, let's go.
Alright. You all proceed. It's a, as he said, it's a short jaunt. It's about a 20-minute walk. You do have to get off of this path, but you do end up on a much flatter plain of land, less rocky outcroppings as you look ahead, and now all of you see this pale blue light illuminating walls of bone. The walls are like a palisade fence, but they are like massive rib bones that are all stacked next to each other with their pointed ends up and curving outwards towards you all. You see towers of bone at certain points along the walls that stretch up, but there don't seem to be any guards, just more torches, blue lights. And ahead of you, you see an opening in the wall, and there is a blue mist that is rising, shimmering in this opening, where there should be a door, it seems, but instead it is, like I say, a pale bluish light and mist rising ever upward. As you all approach,
We didn't take a short rest, right?
We only took a short rest, yeah, no. We have not taken the big one since we got to heaven.
Correctamundo. Do
Well,
we see any sign of life or unlife? Any movement other than just the mist?
make
Does
a
the blue
perception
light?
check.
I like when you say that. 25.
25. No movement, no signs of life. Silvery with a 25 perception. Up the wall a ways above the door on kind of both sides of where there should be this gate, you see grinning skulls that are set into the wall. They do not move, but their eyes do glow with the only other color you see, which is just a low burning red.
Love it.
So who's going first?
I can go first.
Alexander just points at you.
No, Irvin saying that I just put a hand, try and push Irvin behind, and I will step forward.
Step forward. Yeah.
And then I reach out with my other hand and grab Hugo and
Oh,
drag him along with
Yeah.
me.
Jeez. Before we enter the mist, I don't want to do it too soon. It's only an hour, but I'm gonna cast Disguise Self,
Okay.
and it's just going to make me look less covered in blood and just get rid of the scar and just make me look very normal.
Got it. You both head forward up to the door. Yeah, the mist is opaque. You can't see through it. It's rising actively upwards towards like where the outline of the door would be. And yeah, it's just this kind of odorless mist in the space.
Huh.
Do we call out or do we just walk?
Hello? Hello?
No response.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out the coin and I step forward. We've come seeking the Pale Knight, right?
Yes.
We've come to seek an audience with the Pale Knight. I'll just wait and hope.
We're friendly.
No response.
This bitch, eh?
I'm just gonna start walking forward.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah.
keep going.
As the two of you walk into the mist, you're both going to take 6 points of fire damage as this mist begins to bubble and burn your skin. And
Mine
the
halved.
rest of you watch as the two of them step forward into it and then simultaneously step back out of it towards you all.
Kyle, is mine halved? Is that what resistance is?
Yes. Yep. It feels like you walked through very, very hot steam, is probably the best way to put it.
And you're saying we have re-emerged?
You've re-emerged walking back towards your friends.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That is not nice.
Right.
You okay? Look at Ego.
Well, I got full, I wasn't doing great to begin with, and now we're doing just so much better. How does one contact a demon? Oh! And I'm going to call out an infernal, the same thing I said before.
Yes.
I don't know if it's
You call out an infernal as the two of you have stepped out, kind of, dealing with this just slight steam burn that's happened, and you hear this clattering and cackling.
Well, that got a response.
One of the faces that you clocked earlier, Silvery, is now sticking out slightly from the wall and just looking down, and you see the teeth chattering. Just this grin of a skull looking down, the eyes flaring up briefly, and says, "Oh dear, what have we here? Adventurers. It's been so long." And you hear another clattering and chittering as the other head pokes out a bit as well and says, oh my, look at them. They'll never get by."
Not a big fan of this game.
Both of the heads move outwards, and you see they are just heads on never-ending spines that just continue to loom down as they're looking at you all like weird bony snakes as they come down, and they just get a little bit closer, not so close as to where they're impeding upon you, but they're just looking down and around, and they continue to chatter their teeth.
So how long has it been since the last people tried to come through?
Oh, how long has it been? So long, so long. Not often we have visitors, no.
I
And
can't
those
imagine why.
visitors that we get, well, she usually doesn't let them out again, does she? No. Why would she? Fun games to play with those that have come so far.
Will you let us through? We'll see her.
The heads turn towards you, Erevan. They chatter their teeth and say, "Would if we could, sweet one, but we have no power over the door. That is for you." a test, if you will, to use those ingenious brains of yours.
Okay.
Can we have a hint?
A hint they want? Why, they've only tried once.
It's been a long day already.
Not a door, but mist impedes you.
Great. Thank you.
Is there anything else? That's it?
What more do you want from us?
Not a door, but mist impedes you.
I shoot firebolt into the mist.
You shoot a
Amazing.
firebolt into the mist.
Yeah.
You shoot it. The firebolt goes into the mist, and you see briefly an opening as where it passes through, and you see to the other side before the mist just encompasses it again. The firebolt does not come back out towards you all.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's honestly great.
I did not think about that.
Maybe we need to just cool down the mist. And I'm gonna shoot a elemental blast. Cold.
Oh,
Let's go.
okay. Go ahead and roll for me, Erwin, a spell casting check. Let's go.
18.
18. You send this cold elemental energy blasting towards the mist, and you watch as a lot of it begins to freeze. Until it forms something that almost looks like a door. And then a few seconds later, you see it beginning to crack and crumble until it shatters and new mist begins to rise. But for just a moment, as it shatters and there is no mist, you see to the other side. And then it
How
begins
far
to
is it,
rise in place
the other
again.
side?
It's maybe 2-3 feet.
Oh, damn. Would we want to just run through then when this happens? Oh, go ahead, Val.
I have gust of wind.
Oh, a good guess too.
I can hold it for a minute, so we could probably get all the way
Test it out,
through.
Yes.
Cast and run.
Test that
Can
shit out.
can I give it a shot, God?
Yes.
Okay. It's concentration. I just produce a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide blast of air. And I'll just do it straight towards where we saw the door.
Yeah. You send this blast of air, and as it hits the mist parts. And now there is a gust of wind blowing through the center, but the mist is parted, and you can see clear through the other side. You see the foyer, if you will.
I will indicate to my people,
Yeah.
go, like, go.
I'll start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
Run.
you guys run inside, bolstered by the just amazing
A tailwind.
at your back.
Yeah,
As
it
you're
pushes you
running
an extra
inside.
15 feet.
Yeah, as you're running inside, you hear the chattering skulls again as they're receding up into the wall. Looks like they figured it out. I wonder if we'll see them again. You keep wondering that, you. And they are no more as you all enter into this space. The wind continues for a minute. Eventually it will end. You are inside the entryway of what I can only describe as a labyrinth of bone. There are multiple directions and hallways you can take. Bones stacked upon bones. more bones than any catacombs that I could realistically describe here. And pale blue light from torches that light everything. There is nothing to indicate where you might go down one of these passages. But
We passed the test thanks to you, Mr. Mel.
Why do I feel like that this is just step one of a very convoluted amount of steps?
Does anyone think, and this is just a suggestion, we should rest outside the Maze of Bones? Seems fine.
Probably. I unfortunately don't have anything that could help with that.
Yes,
Not
I
at least in
wouldn't
my
want to
arsenal. Oh, I
linger
mean,
in this place too long.
Silver, can you make a tree?
I can make a tree, but it's not the best for resting.
Mm.
More of a barrier.
Mm. Sorry, guys. There's no wizards in this world. No
Yeah,
Lehman's
I
tiny
think
hat
we-
for you.
I think we should just press on and do it quickly.
Well, if
Fantastic.
there's a fight at the end of this, none of us are leaving this place alive.
Well,
I
let's
don't
hope it doesn't
think
come
if
to that.
we fight with this creature, we would ever survive. That's why we have the coin, and that's why we have you. Point at you, Hugo.
I think you have me because you found me and then we fell into hell.
Let's move on.
And now you're stuck with us.
Moving on.
let's move on.
Did that happen?
We'll return to this later.
We shall use our wits and our charm.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
How tall are the walls?
In this room
of the
that you're-
maze.
Yeah, in this room that you're in, you're looking at about 15-20 feet. The hallways, it's about 10 feet.
So if I got on Mill's shoulders, we can see over the maze.
No, it's all enclosed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oops.
Right, so we start walking or we try to burn this place to the ground?
Shaky breath.
Bone doesn't burn.
Yeah, Alexander just knocks the bone a couple of times, and
Most things burn if you light it on fire enough.
Are you
Cremation.
okay?
Hmm?
Do you have mommy issues?
What?
I feel like people with a propensity for arson normally have mommy issues.
No, being born with a burn scar on my face gave me a propensity for fire. What are you talking about?
What's a mommy issue?
It's something that I have, and I will just
What?
pat Ervin's head.
Corrupt the child. Just
Uh,
start walking?
I'm trying to see if I've got anything that we can use here, folks. It's looking.
We have an Alexander. I feel like that will be great for
We
getting
have,
through
like-
a maze.
We've got good survival with Alexander. I've got decent survival, so if we do get separated, I think we just have to start going.
Let's do it.
we're
Yeah.
not gonna rest first.
There's no way for us to
I mean, we could lay down our bedrolls in the hallway.
How long has it been?
We fell! We fell for 15 minutes!
Yeah, you guys had a short rest with the architect.
Yeah.
And then you've been traveling for several hours.
Okay.
On top of the several hours we were traveling before we started the fight where we fell down.
Yeah. Well, several hours all told. So it was about 3 or so hours before that fight, and it's been about an hour and a half, 2 hours since then.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either we rest and are prepared for something, or we don't rest and we are dead anyway.
Either
Or
way, we
press to get some
potentially
HP.
die.
Yeah.
As you
if-
cough flies.
Yes, I forgot about that.
If we want to rest, then we will be doing shifts,
That's
watching
fine.
out for each other, and I will take the first shift.
Alright.
Got it.
It's going to be the best course of action, I feel.
I still feel uneasy about resting in a place like this. But if we require it, then we require it.
I knock on one of the skulls. We got all these guys watching out for us. I'm sure it'll be fine.
That's what I'm worried about.
Well, the ones at the entrance seem perfectly nice. Speaking of which, who here is strong enough to, do you think, rip one of those skulls out of there?
I'm worried about retribution.
Alexander points at Silvery.
Making a poor impression with our host.
I meant on the way out.
Oh, well,
Don't be
probably
ridiculous.
not then either, but not for lack of wanting.
All right. So you guys are going to rest. Who is taking that first watch?
Silvery is.
I'll stay up with the Silvery.
Okay.
Cool.
For the purposes of my players here, you guys have effectively entered a dungeon, of which I have some things prepped for, not a tremendous amount prepped for. So we're going to run through this rest cycle. You can do any RP that you would like to do. And we will run a little bit of the beginning of this dungeon before we will have to wait until the next session.
No worries.
That I may finish prepping it, because if I'm being perfectly honest, I forgot how powerful Mill's stick was, because I thought that fight was going to last a little bit longer.
Between
It's
that
a very
fireball
powerful
and that stick.
I
What
love
a-
my mushroom stick.
The classic I thought that fight would last longer is a universal
Yeah.
GM feeling.
Yeah, that was how
Oh.
I felt. That was how I felt.
Oh.
Just for context, the reason why I allow Arthur to do the thing I allow him to do with whatever the fuck it is because of something with his character. But that feeling was when he did 242 points of damage to one Leviathan in one hit.
Holy shit! What?
Hey! I did it over the course of 6 hits. Thank you very much.
True.
Yeah.
In one action.
In one action, yeah.
That's right.
That's the
Yeah.
kicker.
That's the case.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I guess during our first little shift there, I'll just get Irvin. And how are you doing?
Mm,
We've
great.
come pretty far
Mr.
from home, each of us.
It seems we're making our way down to feed this person. Mr. Pfeiffer is waiting for us.
Yes, that's a possibility.
I'm sure we'll see him soon.
I certainly hope so, Irvin.
You think this Mother of Demons could be nice?
I certainly hope so. But if I'm being honest with you, Irvin, and I would like to be, I don't think so now. I think we've come to a rather dangerous place. And I just want to make sure that we all get out in one piece.
I was hoping that this place would be more like the dreams, but doesn't seem that way.
Mm.
But we have each other
Yes.
and our friends.
Yes, we do. We have a new friend as well. Hugo.
Yes. Mr. Hugo seems like a funny man.
Yes. Has a quick wit, that is certain. Let's just hope that it stays quick and sharp for our meeting.
Mm-hmm. Are you okay, Silvery?
Oh, yes, of course I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be? I found the mill.
There has been lots of things that's been happening.
1,000-yard stare.
The plants, they're not here much.
No, they're not. And it is troubling, certainly, but despite what that Silo Fear character said, the Old Man of the Forest can be felt in all places, if one only looks for them.
Just promise me you won't leave me alone, okay?
No, Irvin, I would never. I felt that we met each other on the road for a good reason, and I'll always look out for you.
And everyone kind of just grabs and hugs
Oh.
Silver.
I give Irwin a big hug.
As this touching moment occurs, I will have you both roll perception checks for me.
You know I love when you say that, Kyle. Oh, it's a 16 on the die. 24.
24.
20. Pretty good.
This segment of your rest, it is cold, it is quiet. Nothing comes to interfere with you in this place.
Mm-hmm.
The time passes, and eventually, it is time for the second watch.
For the purpose of our watch, I have used one of my primal manifestations to create my tree barrier and shaped it as like a little sentry or tree house kind of tower that we can use to have a better kind of lookout post as well.
Love it.
Cool. Does anyone care who we wake up next, or should I just poke someone?
Poke some.
Yeah.
Who gets the second? Who gets the second shift with Silvery?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess Silvery only needs 4 hours of sleep, right?
True. Yeah, I forget.
You trance.
I'm an Eladrin, baby. I'm be trancing. Cool.
I will do second shift.
Cool. I'll go over and wake Nil then, and thank Irvin for spending the time with me. Get some sleep now, Irvin. Nil will watch with me. Nil.
Oh. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
It is most disconcerting, yes.
I'm trying to be positive for you.
I know, Mel.
I don't know if we're gonna get out of here. We have to get out of here.
It is a dangerous place we find ourselves, yes, but looking around, gesture at everyone sleeping, I see dangerous folks working together to get by, and well, I'm not certain those things that attacked us today knew what they were getting into. That staff you carry, Mel, It packs a punch.
It's pretty handy.
You've grown into you've grown into quite the capable individual.
Not entirely. Everyone has flaws. I'm still learning. Just like you need to start learning to lean on others. You don't always have to be the strongest one out of all of us.
It is my lot in life, Mil. As a warden, I knew this.
But you are still a person that has feelings and feels scared. And you are allowed to feel those feelings. And you are allowed to lean on those that grow with you. You know, like, walk over. I'll, like, kind of crawl, walk over, crab walk, and just, take her hands and just squeeze her knuckles. You are an incredibly powerful woman. But your emotions are not an illness. They are not a plague that eats away at the elder heart. I believed that they were at once too.
Do you believe what Silofir said? Can it be true?
I want to. But spending most of my life believing otherwise. And believing that I couldn't be helpful to anyone. Makes it hard to believe that there can be a purpose. I want to. It's hard to believe in anything down here. It's like the whole place sucks any touch of the Oak Father's embrace.
Well, I believe in you, Mil.
And we believe in you, Silvery.
Little Mil. Grown into a Hilwith Teg, truly.
Ha. Funny. I'd sooner be shunned from another table than to take that claim.
Well, perhaps the table needs new people seated at it.
Well, that's something that we can handle when we get out of this place.
Yes. I know that what was done to you was wrong, Mil, and as much as I long to return to our sanctuary, there are things that must change. And as long as it is not a place for you, it is not a place for me. You have my word, Mil.
I'm just gonna press my forehead against hers.
Oh.
I have a theory. What?
Just really quickly before that bit, in that very touching moment, Silvery, can you please make for me a wisdom saving throw.
Oakley dokley.
I accidentally gave you the plague.
Fuck! I start coughing up flies. Wisdom save. You got it. Oops. That's an 18.
18. This very touching moment. You guys share an embrace. When you say that, as long as it is not a place for you, it is not a place for me, something happens that hasn't happened for quite a long time, Silvery. Your armor feels loose. Not not egregiously so, but it doesn't feel quite as comfortable on you as it always has.
I immediately recognize this and immediately ignore it until I am alone.
Understood.
Yeah, I try and play it off as if nothing has happened.
I've been thinking about something since we started walking.
And what's that?
You said no one could feel Sylvanas, right?
Yes, the Oakfather's touch has grown distant.
What if he never... What if his soul got lost in traveling from the material plane to the other world?
I don't know what this would mean. I've never had an understanding of these things like you, Mill, or the others. All I know is what I feel. And it is muted. There are moments still when I reach out and I feel the Elder Heart. And that gives me hope.
Right. And Mills kind of sits back and his tail swishes against the ground as his like forehead looks pensive. And just It's not something to worry about right now.
No, I rather think we've got other matters to keep us preoccupied. And Mill? Irvin is a child, yes? A tall child, but a child.
What?
I'm not quite certain how you missed that, but
I don't miss things like that. I cannot be so swayed
yes,
so easily.
That's why I'm speaking to you privately. 100% a child. Met them on the road while seeking you out, and full child.
Did you just adopt a child while you were walking around on the road?
Adopt is perhaps too strong, but agreed to watch after her.
And then fell into the shadow pit with.
Yes.
This is a child. This is an infant in the shadow pit.
Infant is perhaps maybe too far. I'd have to ask her again how old she is, but maybe teen, maybe tween, somewhere in there. But a capable one.
Well, yeah, I watched her hurl a massive fireball.
Yes, the incineration today was most well received. Appreciated. I just thought you should know.
I feel like an idiot.
No, it's an understandable mistake to make.
No, this is not an understandable mistake to make for me.
Well, listen, if this is the mistake you make while we're down here, then I am happy with that. I feel we got off well.
My pride is a little wounded.
Yes, that's understandable.
I'd rather it be wounded by you, though. Thank you for telling me privately.
It reminds me of when you tried to challenge me in the arm wrestling contest back home.
And then you mocked me for 7 months afterwards
Well,
about how quickly you pinned my arm. And I cried every time.
well, when you pick up tree speaking as quickly as you'll forgive me for my small if petty victories.
You couldn't let me win once. We've arm wrestled 276 times.
And I never will. That's because I respect you.
At least I don't cry about it every time anymore.
That's so many times.
That's like the number of real life times I've beaten Velry in 1v1 board games, and also not let Vel win for the exact same reason.
Yeah, I look at Mill.
His hand kind of reaches up for a sec. No. I'm already in pain from learning that we have a little child with us, and I didn't even know.
Perception checks from both of you, please.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a shit roll. 12.
Oh, I have really good. That's an 18. Really good perception.
The two of you reminiscing about the past, enjoying one another's company for the first time in quite a long time. It is cold. It is quiet. Your watch is undisturbed. Your companions continue their rest. And eventually, time comes for a third and final watch.
Cool. Yeah, do you?
It's the two guys.
It's just two
a couple of
guys.
Just the guys with the severe scarring. Do we sit
The
with
dragon.
Do we sit with our good eyes on each other's side? Probably, I would imagine. So you're on my left.
Yes, that would probably be
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on, because your other eye works, right?
both of my eyes work, yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'm definitely on your right then,
Okay.
because mine doesn't.
Do you have any chance I have dark vision in my dragon eye?
I think that he should
No.
have blind sight in his dragon eye, because it's a dragon eye.
Why don't I just give him true sight while I'm at it?
Bro.
Don't worry, I'll get a
Dragons
hell of
don't
a lot
get
more
true
curse
sight.
before I get useful.
Based.
Hmm?
Based. Wretch does have dark vision.
Oh, good. He's in charge. She's in charge.
She.
She's in charge.
My seeing eye Drake.
Ha.
Yeah. Third
That's dope.
watch, Alexander and Hugo and Wretch. You guys sit here in this cold, lonely place.
Right. I don't know if we have that much to talk about, considering, you know. Fair enough.
There are a series of hand motions that kind of tap the throat a lot.
I get that you can't speak. That's really all I've got. I think I can talk to your dragon, but that's really about it. I wanna try to pet Wretch. I don't know if this will be a good thing, but I do want to hold my hand out like when you meet a dog,
Sure.
so she can smell it.
You do speak to her in Draconic.
Mhm.
go ahead and make an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay, cool. A 6 and a 3. So that's a 7 total, my guy.
7 total. Yeah, I mean, Wretch, you speak to Wretch, and Wretch registers what you're saying and seems to understand as you're, but Wretch stays firmly at Alexander's side, not wanting to extend herself out too far at this moment.
Fair enough.
Alexander will like pull from his little side satchel. He has like a few books in there, it looks like. He pulls one out and he like tears a page out of the back of it. And it's this weird process where he's gonna like tuck it in his neck and rip.
You want help?
And just like writes on the piece of paper, do you want to learn? ?
Yep. The hand talking. Sure. Always good to have some more information. I'm gonna go with this means yes. I think I've got that far.
Yeah. I don't know what you would like for me to roll, but I would like to attempt to teach this one-handed sign language.
I would like
Or
you,
begin to.
Mr. Alexander, to roll a wisdom check.
Okay.
And I would like our dear Hugo here to roll. What's a fun one for this?
Please don't say wisdom.
Intelligence,
No.
yeah, wisdom.
It's not gonna be wisdom. It's gonna be an intelligence check.
That's valid.
Fuck up.
Yeah, just do good.
Nope. That's gonna be a
Just roll good.
that's gonna be a 4 total. 2 plus 2.
Oh god.
Oh,
What
wait.
did you roll, Alexander?
2 plus 2 plus 2.
I rolled a 17.
17. You guys spend an amount of time like trying to get these signs worked out and show Hugo what's going on. And Hugo, you are
I keep coughing up flies.
you keep coughing up flies. You are also like learning. You are, I mean, even with that low roll, you're still getting it. It's just, it's a lot in a short amount of time. But with the higher roll from Alexander, what you do walk away from this with is that sheet, like a fresh sheet of paper with important signs written on it that you
Yeah.
can study.
We get to the
So-
end of it, and he's trying to do like an intense conversation, and you're giving him that look,
Yeah.
and he just kind of slides the paper over to you
And
and
it's a
just like
lot of-
taps it a couple times.
And you recognize what's on the paper as a lot of the hand signs that he was using as you all were traveling. Like stop, go, wait, you know, different little things like that. And then as well as yes, no, I'm gonna go ahead, you know, like just simple little things. A cheat sheet for you.
The word dragon on there.
The word dragon is on there. To continue to study.
I will do my best.
Oh, nice. That's been my primary goal since Anshu disappeared, is to be able to communicate with another member of the party.
Huge.
Yeah, huge.
Well, you know, and I kind of point at both of our faces. Go to stick together.
A piece of your skin just kind of peels off a little bit under your
Yeah.
disguise.
Yikes.
Oh no, my disguise self ended a long
Oh,
time
it
ago.
ended an hour
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you just see another like just peeling piece of skin.
Yeah, not really sure what to do about that.
Kind of point at Mill and just shrug.
Maybe. I don't think Mel likes me very much.
Point at Wretch Wretch, and I point at Mill, and I give a little thumbs up. And then I just kind of point at the two of you, like a little sort of thing.
We'll see what happens.
I think I have too much fun with this character.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Just the right amount.
Can I have
Just the
both
right
of you go ahead and roll perception checks for me?
Gladly.
Come on, Hugo.
Not. God, I'm glad I have expertise. It's a 16.
5.
It's okay.
I give up for the night.
That's why we have 2 people on the watch.
Does Red get a perception check?
Wretch, I believe, gave advantage to
Yeah,
the
Wretch
person
is-
without dark vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all good.
Oh, wait. I should actually probably. Yeah, I guess it would be not.
Watch
having disadvantage.
continues, and much the same as earlier. It is cold, it is quiet, and nothing interrupts your rest. Alexander, after this conversation and teaching little bits of things to Hugo goes on, you both kind of retreat into your own thoughts. Wretch has her head just resting up on your leg, just kind of lets out a low sigh, her elemental form having long kind of receded, and you just feel this just breath
Elemental form actually does not have a time limit.
doesn't have a time. I mean, it doesn't reset on a rest?
It doesn't actually. I've been reading it because I was thinking about that, because we have her present when the activation is not there.
Sure.
So I'm reading through stuff, thinking about, I'm like, how is this disease gonna get resolved for her?
Yeah.
But no, there's actually no time limit. It's just until the Drake remains until it's reduced to 0 hit points, until you use the feature again, or until I die.
Right. But that's working on the assumption of you having to summon the Drake each time.
Yeah, so its elemental empowerment would stick with each summoning.
Sure.
So
I'm going to. I would say that it would be the same if you were like a Beastmaster Ranger. It wouldn't be the same in that you are acting with something that mechanically is being summoned, but we're just keeping her here around. So,
yeah.
Yeah. I think probably it lasts as long as you would normally be able to keep her summoned. Whatever that is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There is no time limit to it. It's not like a concentration with a. I'm looking at the feature right now. It's just until I die, until it dies, or until I summon it again.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So if now she actually has enough hit points to withstand attack, so she's not getting knocked out every other fight.
Sure.
She had very few hit points.
She has her head resting on your leg, gives like a long sigh, gives out a small cough, and you see a bunch more ash kind of come out, and you're sitting there and you lean back, Alexander, kind of taking in this macabre room that you have entered, and you find yourself leaning back against something hard, and you turn and look, and you see this hammer that you have been carrying that belonged to your former companion. What is Alexander thinking about?
I think Alexander, now in this moment of quiet, with the distraction having finished itself, I think he's sitting with and running the numbers on the likelihood that his friend died up there. Or possibly plummeted into lava and we just never saw it.
Sure.
And I guess he's doing a lot to not think about the terrible terrible place that we are in. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, it's cold up here. This place sucks. I'm hard. I'm fighting lizard guys sometimes. And now I'm in hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's, yeah. Yeah. That's generally where he's at.
You start thinking about the possibility, the probability even, that your friend, who was already quite badly injured, could have survived even in a one-on-one fight continuing after all of you had fallen. It's not unheard of. You know Pfeifferon to be tenacious, a powerful fighter. Even without a weapon in his hand, he is a weapon. He himself, physically, though he is an Urish, a goat man, many have described him before as harnessing, strength similar to that of a minotaur. He is a truly massive being.
He's fucking jacked.
But something about that dragonoid person and that war pick it carried at its side, the ruby encrusted hilt, the blood that clung to it and seemed to make it longer and sharper. And when it plunged into Pfeifferon's side, it briefly interrupted his magic, causing his his summoned silver arm to dissipate and nearly knocking him down in the middle of that fight. He is a paladin and a champion of Nuada, the Queen of the Gods, of the Tuatha De Danann. Has Alexander ever given much thought to the gods?
I think during his time with his, shall we say, benefactor, at least in the rangerish sense, he definitely thought a lot and definitely prayed to a lot of them fervently and desperately. I think that general experience has left him jaded. Obviously, they are out there and they exist. He has seen evidence of this. He is a very well-read man, so he knows of many of their exploits and tales, but I don't think he puts any actual faith in them himself. At least at this point in time.
Sure. You think of Nuada, the queen of the Tuatha De Danann, whose arm was severed and removed, it is said by her own mother, in a battle long, long ago. The silver hand that has replaced it, provided by Jansect, the divine healer. You think of Pfeifferon, who in such a short amount of time after losing his own arm was able to channel the energy of his goddess to keep himself at full fighting strength for brief stints of time. And you think of a dark, cold, rancid smelling place as liquid dripped onto your form and burned through your skin and your muscle, and in some places, your bone. And you remember crying out to Nuada, to Dian Sect, to the Dagda, to Lu, to Angus, and at times even to the Iran, to end your suffering. And were greeted only with dark, cruel laughter. The hammer behind you is cold. But you see embedded into one end of it a handprint on the head of the hammer. Pfeifferon liked to call that bit his bitch slapper. And it glows with a faint silver light. And it's about then that your companions begin to stir. You all have a long rest.
Oh yeah.
You've been unimpeded. Wretch and
Yeah.
Dingo.
Yeah.
Need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
You got
I'm
it.
getting different dice.
Come on, Rep. You've got this, girly.
Rich, you've got it. Maybe Mill could prep lesser rest.
I already did.
Rip.
Oh, look at that. I don't know if it'll help, but it's worth
That's
it as
a-
a backup.
That's a. Oh, it's a 10. I have a +5 to con. What?
You're sorcerer.
You're sorcerer.
Proficient.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Must be
wild.
crazy.
Yes. But a 10 total.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
still diseased.
Also a 10 total.
Wretch is still diseased.
Hell yeah,
Can
buddy.
I try to heal them of their disease?
Let's take a look-see.
What's a restoration?
Who's the guinea pig gonna be?
It heals. Oh, it does.
Drake
not
or
heal
the
disease.
human?
Where's that paladin?
It's only blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Yeah, where's the paladin? Eh?
Where's the paladin?
I know,
Need a
right?
hammer.
Oh god. Well, damn, we can't cure diseases. That's rough. Oh, that's
Class
restoration.
swap.
Good.
Rip. Oh well.
Rip.
I guess you guys still die.
Thanks. And I don't. There's no way I have a solve down here. I couldn't make anything. There's no plants.
True.
You do have two motherfuckers that grow plants.
I grow
I mean,
plants.
that's true.
Bro, I'll grow a plant for you.
Like Alexander's making motions
Oh, no.
and like
Huh?
Huh?
Lesser restoration ends a disease or condition.
it's a disease or any
Let's
of those
go.
conditions.
Nice.
That's what
Okay,
it is.
I'm gonna heal the people.
With 2 castings of lesser restoration, you can cure the Drake and the Dragon Man.
Huge.
Oh shit.
I only have one more second level spell slot now.
Well,
Well.
It's a good trade still.
Don't worry, you'll have to let us
not
carry
having
a little.
the poison condition in a dungeon is going to be very useful.
Jesus, you guys had the. Oh.
Yeah, we had the poison condition.
Yeah. Well, my Drake did. I was fine.
Oh, when I say we, I'm always talking about me and the Drake. I don't mean any of you.
Totally fair.
That's fair. We're homies like that.
As you all wake, these cures are sent out to get rid of these terrible diseases. We're gonna leave off exploring the dungeon for next time. However, if you all would so kindly open your maps once
It's
again.
loading. I guess I'll refresh. There it is. Booyah.
And would somebody who is looking at that map kindly share their screen so I can see what it looks like from a player's point of view?
I got it open on a different monitor, so someone else do it, please. It's just
It's-
like the one room, though.
It's just the one room, yeah.
You can see
Everything
it's-
else is gray. There's
it
little
looks like-
wavy lines.
Yeah, it's been like
Looks
kind
like
of
you.
erased other areas.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you've exposed yourself.
You know, there's just I'm zoomed all the way out and it's just gray everywhere else.
In a few short weeks, they have added a lot of cool shit to this that has
That's
made it
pretty
so much
fun.
better.
I just wish they would add a fucking ping. What?
Yeah, they
They're
do need
getting
that.
there, man. They added Fog of War. Pings are next. You know that. That's the pipeline.
What's that?
It's
what's that
map.
pipeline?
It's putting the map down, putting tokens on the map, moving the tokens, letting everybody move the tokens. Measurement tools. Fog of War ping.
All right.
Cool. I would just like to say on
Integrated HP.
I would like to just say on record, if they would have allowed him to, Mill would have made it so Silvery and Ervin's hair were like up and out of the way so they don't get caught on things, like with braids and whatnot.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
sure.
Oh no!
Oh, that's rough.
That's kind of funny though.
That is low-key
That's
hilarious.
rough.
And just to remind you guys that every session is brought to you in part by technical
word.
difficulties.
Bro, it's been a while, eh?
Well,
Yeah.
we were at the end of the session anyway. But